If you're an MBA student, then let me say this to you. You should not have a placement oriented mindset. In fact, I would go to the extent of saying that if you have a placement oriented mindset, if you're focusing on the placements in your MBA, then in fact probably you are leaving a lot of money on the table, which could be even lakhs of rupees a month. What exactly am I trying to say about it, and why am I saying that MBA placements might not be the best outcomes from your MBA? I'll be speaking to you about this in today's video. Hi, I am Darpan Saxena, an MBA graduate from Udaipur, and let's get on with the video. Getting the best MBA placements from your B school, getting the best job from your B school, irrespective of which B school you are in, is not the best outcome which you can get from there. In fact, allow me to say this to you, that if the only thing which you're focusing on in your MBA is the placements, then you are leaving lakhs of rupees on the table each month which you could have earned. By that I mean to say that you could have earned some lakhs of rupees extra on the side which you're not earning, which you could have easily earned within your schedule. Now, while I'm saying all of this, I don't want you to be money minded at all. No, that's not what my objective is. But my objective is to make you realize that probably what you think of as the best is not the best for you, and when it is about your career after MBA, probably you need to be slightly more open minded about it, and probably there are certain other options which you need to evaluate for yourself. Now, I always say this to my MBA students, that from your MBA program there are 4 outcomes which are possible for you. They are the on-campus placements, the off-campus placements, freelancing, and entrepreneurship. You can do either of these 4 things, and you know that if you're an MBA student, irrespective of which B school you are in, all of these 4 options are very much possible, and a lot of your alums would have already tried out all of these routes. So you know that yes, MBAs can do all of these things. Now, my question to you is this thing, that if you are an MBA student right now, and if you have not even evaluated the other 3 options, which is the off-campus placements, which is the global freelancing, and starting up, if you've not even evaluated these 3 options, isn't it factually incorrect to say that hey, placements is the best thing which I can get from my MBA? No. So for the first point, it is factually incorrect, it is logically incorrect to say that placements are the best thing when you have not even evaluated all the 3 other options. Now, the second thing is, what you might ask me is that, okay, but does that mean that during our MBA we should explore all the other 3 options? But hey, you always speak about focus and focusing on things, this and that. Well, I'm still saying you to focus on one thing, but the thing which I'm asking you to focus on will help you get all of these 4 outcomes for yourself. And that is the second point, that your mindset should not be a placement oriented mindset. Your mindset should be a value creation, a service oriented mindset at all times. Now, how should I explain this to you? The best ways, I explain it with a very simple example. Now, suppose if you're somebody who's interested in a digital marketing job, just for example, okay? Now, instead of only doing online courses on it, what you do is that you go ahead and you start up your own blog. Just the way when I was in my first year, I started my blog, Super Heuristics, and it grew to great places, to great heights, right when I was in my second year of MBA itself. Now, once you start a blog like that, now just imagine whatever concepts you learn, you can write articles on those concepts as well as practically implement those concepts. So, for example, if you are learning the skill of search engine optimization, which is SEO, not only will you write articles about the concepts which you have acquired, but also you will apply SEO on your blog. So effectively, your blog is now a marketing experiments lab. The same thing is for the students of finance. Suppose you're somebody who's very sure that okay, I want to go into, say, investment banking sort of a job role. Then probably one thing very important for you is to be good with your valuations. How about you start a blog or a YouTube channel with your focus on valuations? So while during the day in your MBA you are valuing various organizations for your practice, you can put those valuations on your blog, or you can speak about them, that what was your experience of valuing those companies on your YouTube channel. And from there you can build a personal brand for yourself, and that will be very focused on the topic, on the things which are important for you, the skills which are important for you. What happens from here is one very magical thing, that not only will your skills improve, but also your personal brand will get formed. People around the world will start recognizing you for that skill. So when I started my blog Super Heuristics, people from around the world, entrepreneurs around the world in the US and the UK, they started approaching me with freelancing assignments. That is the impact, and you never know what happens from this blog is that it can sequentially or parallelly open up all the 4 outcomes which I had said to you, that thanks to this personal brand which you would have built, you would get freelancing and consulting assignments from around the world. You can approach entrepreneurs to give you freelancing and consulting assignments, because suddenly now you're no longer an MBA student, but you are a consultant, you're a practitioner. Then this blog in itself can become your entrepreneurial project. It can become your startup if you grow it well, in the same way that Super Heuristics is now my project. Then using this blog, using the personal brand which you've created, you can apply to various off-campus jobs, and now you will be unique, because one, you have a personal brand, you have a very strong personal brand, and you're not like any other student out there. And the second thing is that you have a body of work. They can see your work, they can see your valuations if you are a finance student, or they can see your Facebook ads work, or your SEO if you are a marketing student. Either way, it applies to all: marketing, ops, fin, HR, whatever it may be. This way even off-campus placements happen for you. And finally, obviously, these 3 options are done, on-campus placements will become a breeze, because now when you go to your on-campus placements, firstly on your resume, your blog will be the highlight, because you run a blog. It's almost like running a company of your own. So first thing, that is a highlight in itself. The second very simple thing is that from there, now when you go inside the interview room, the conversation will absolutely change. Now the conversation is not about, sir, I've done a course on SEO and I know how to do SEO. No. Again, you will now be seen as a practitioner who knows it and who has done it for his or her own blog. That is the impact which it will create. And then the conversation which they have with you is going to be different from the conversation which they have with other friends of yours, and that is going to make you unique, and that is going to get you the job. So at the end of it, you know this one fact, that now you know a secret, now you know one very simple thing, with which by focusing on this one thing, building your blog or building your vlog, you can actually open up all the 4 aspects for you, which is exactly what my story is. Not enough MBA people are speaking this to you. I know that not enough influencers are speaking about this to you. That is why I want you to follow this, and if this makes sense to you, I also want you to go down in the comments and give me a makes sense in the chat box. I would love to know that what exactly is your opinion about it. Write it in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe to the channel, so that I can share more such gyan and content and more helpful advice for you in your MBA journey, so that you can become a strong personal brand, you can become a global consultant right when you are in your MBA. Thanks a lot and goodbye.